Looks like my trusty iPad says 7 o'clock, so I will call the town board meeting of November 2nd, 2020 to order. First item on the agenda is the approval of the agenda. I know we have just a couple of minor corrections or
Yes,
adjustments.
Mr. Chair, if it pleases the board, let's also add as a supplement 5D under consent, resolution certifying delinquent refuse charges to the county auditor, adopting that resolution, and also adding under consent the Board of Canvas meeting, calling a special meeting for Friday, November 13th, 2020 at 8 a.m. Also, I would submit that item 8A under new business, we strike from the agenda because the town's finance officer is not in attendance with us this evening. And that would be what we've got to add and delete.
Just one thing, the Board of Canvas meeting, that was 5 minutes before 8 o'clock? Was that the time for that?
Nope, 8 a.m. straight up.
Oh, right at, okay.
Yep.
All right, do I have a motion to approve the agenda as amended?
Move to approve.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Now, item number 3, I need approval of payment of the bills.
So moved.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? That motion carries. Item number 4, we have 2 separate meeting minutes. We'll take the first one of October 19th, 2020. Any corrections, deletions?
I didn't hear any today, Steve.
Sorry, I didn't see any. They were excellent. I move to approve the meeting minutes of October 19th, 2020.
Second that.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? That motion carries. Then we also have the meeting of October 23rd, 2020.
I'll move to approve the minutes from the October 23rd meeting with no changes.
Second that.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? All right, item number 5 is consent agenda. I know we have a list of them here. There's 16 now. Unless the board feels the need to pull one off, I would look for a motion to approve.
I will move to approve the amended consent agenda.
I'll second that.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? That motion carries. Item number 6 is old business. This is our emergency management team report.
Nothing to report, Mr. Chair. We updated our policy as it was submitted to the consent agenda in terms of operation plan. And that would be the news from the world of COVID as it affects public administration. Chad, did you have anything?
No, nothing new.
When is the next so-called governor update?
November 15th was the last expiration date, or the new expiration date, so you should probably be hearing, it's 15th, probably by next Monday. Another update, another extension, I should say.
I would assume.
I'd like to make one comment that because of COVID cases have been spiking, if the governor changes anything to our mandate closings, that the executive team that we have in place, I'm comfortable with them making the decision instead of the board.
Okay. I think we're just going to keep this in place.
Sure.
For.
But if your group gets the word that we should do differently,
Okay.
meeting-wise or otherwise, the group that we put in place, I think, can make the decision on my behalf, so we don't have to have a special meeting.
Okay. Fair enough. Is that good, Chad?
Yes.
Is that fair,
Right.
Mr. Chair? Is that okay with you?
Yep. Scott, got any other questions, comments? All right, hearing none. Moving on. Item number 7 is a public hearing for the 2040 comp plan. I would need a motion to waive the reading, noting it's been properly published.
So moved?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? That motion carries, and now I need a motion to open up the public hearing.
So moved?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? All right, Tom, you're going to give us a summary?
I will, yes. This is the public hearing for the town's 2040 comprehensive plan. The comp plan is the town's long-range development guide. Covers a period of 20 years. The current plan that we're looking at covers the years 2020 through 2040 timeframe. The plan has been put together by town staff with help from a consulting firm of Hoisington Kogler Group Incorporated, and TKDA also helped us out with a lot of the mapping and other information there. The completion of the plan, which we've been working on for the past couple of years, has been reviewed by the town's planning commission, park board, and other commissions. They've made recommendations to move the plan forward for adoption. The Met Council is the keeper of the area comprehensive plans in the metro area. They have a chance to review the plan, and they have reviewed our draft plan and had suggested some minor changes which were taken care of. And they have recommended the town adopt the plan and put it into effect sometime in the near future. Could happen today. The plan establishes goals and policies and has several elements to it, include the land use, surface water management, public infrastructure, including sewer and water, transportation, housing, parks and open space, and a new trails are also a chapter that the town has had for the past 20 years, which is now included in other community requirements too, to include that trails chapter. Public participation is encouraged and was done over the past couple of years using social pinpoint, and quite a bit of feedback was received regarding the plan as it was proposed. This is the town's 5th comprehensive plans. Previous plans were completed in 1975, 85, 99, and 2010. The township itself is getting close to being fully developed. We are now considered a suburban community, which basically acknowledges that we're basically fully developed. Previous classifications, we were still considered developing. The classification of the previous plan was that we were a developed community. I estimate the town is 99% developed at this point. The undeveloped areas, larger areas, are primarily west of I-35E along Centerville Road. In total, there is about 160 acres of property that's considered undeveloped in the township. That's out of an area of 7,037 acres. That's the total area of the township. Of that 7,000 acres, 4,363 are open water, parks, both town and county, wetlands, floodplains, and township-owned green space. So we're more than 50% green in this township. Town estimates the current population at the 2020 census at 11,200 with 4,450 households. It's a town and estimate. It'll be real interesting to see what the actual census numbers are this year, because I think everything will be skewed with the COVID. Got a lot of college students at home, and you got a lot of college towns that are relatively empty, I think. So it'll be real interesting to see how those numbers pan out. We expect the town to be fully developed by the year 2040. We should max out about 4,650 households. Again, we're at 4,450 right now. We don't see a population of any greater than 11,300 in the town when it is fully built out. The boom years in the town, 1978 through 2002, the town averaged over 100 new homes per year. Over the past 10 years, we've been averaging about 10 homes per year. So again, with full development, areas to develop, not there, so things slow down. Parks chapter addresses the town, which has 25 parks, 20 of which are developed or partially developed. We only anticipate acquiring property for one more park in the town, and that'll be west of 35E in that Centerville Road area that's still somewhat underdeveloped. In addition, Trails chapter identifies local and regional trails that we have planned or have completed. It addresses such things as the Lake Links Trail, Vento Trail, and again, other local trails. Also, the plan would address the town's future need for sewer and water. Several maps included in the plan, including existing and future land use. We have the zoning map, parks and trails maps. We have a vacant and underdeveloped land map, historic soil inventories, wetland inventory based on statewide data, plus what's been delineated in the town, transportation system type maps, including jurisdictions, whether it's the state, county, or township roads. There is a map that shows traffic volumes of the major thoroughfares in the town, the county roads, the state highways. There's a transit, which talks about existing and planned, and sewer, water, and septic system maps. There are still a few septic systems, fewer and fewer every time we update this comprehensive plan. So tonight is the public hearing which is required prior to adoption of the plan. That's what we're here for tonight, is to receive public input. And the town, at some point in time, the town board can adopt the new plan.
Is there a deadline, Tom?
End of the year.
And it has to be done at a town board meeting?
Yes.
All right, any questions of Tom?
Not for me.
You had mentioned the Met Council had reviewed the plans, I think it was. And we had gone over that at one point in one of our earlier meetings where they gave quite a bit of feedback.
Yes.
And we've assimilated all that and changed or updated or amended it to suit their requirements.
Yeah, and that was primarily related to housing, looking to communities to try and up the densities where possible. We have one area that's been identified as a industrial residential planned unit development. All the high-density properties in the town are developed. So we've identified this area, which is owned by the North Oaks Company. It's along Centerville Road. We're looking at an area that'll have a certain quantity of high density, medium density, and low density, fairly in line with the existing zoning districts in the town. But we did bump those numbers up based on Met Council request.
In conjunction, or at least letting the North Oaks Company know that this is where we're headed, they must see the plans that we have so that they know what they're going to try and develop eventually.
Exactly. And this area has been identified as a PUD for the past two plans. Okay. So they're quite aware of it, and it sounds like they have people that are interested in purchasing that property.
And then you said this is for the next 20 years, 2040 comprehensive plan, but we're probably going to take another look in 10 years?
2030, it'll be the 2030 to 2050 plan, yes.
Okay, all right, just checking. All right, those are my questions.
Just to follow up, land use density, did Met Council make that formal, that we have to abide by the density, and what is that number?
Gave us some.
Right now, it's what, 3 per acre?
Well, yeah, 3 per acre low density, 6 per acre medium, 10 per acre high density. They just asked us to guide more land to high density where we had guided it to low and medium density, all in this one planned unit development.
And then you said 160 acres undeveloped. You don't happen to know the breakdown, do you? Residential to commercial?
You know what? It's in the plan.
Well, I was just curious because I know we don't have a lot of big sections of land anymore for,
No.
I mean, big housing projects, so we're getting down to lots here and there and small subdivisions.
That's
So.
exactly right. It's primarily light industrial that's available. There's a couple of 1 acre commercial properties, and then a little bit of residential, all low density, with the exception of that PUD area.
And just to refresh people's memory, in the prior plan, or the current plan, there was the connection from Labor Road across, and because Vadnais Heights had no interest in it, that had been removed. And just so everybody's clear, this is a guide. It's, just because it's in the plan doesn't mean it's actually going to happen. Is that correct?
That's correct, yeah.
So, it's out there. These are things that are mulling around, but not necessarily actually going to happen either.
Not tied to it.
Yeah, we're not tied to it.
Well, 'cause that kind of gets me to my last point is, if we're 98, 99% developed, when does the Met Council leave us alone?
Never.
Never.
I mean, there's really nothing
Wait,
left. I mean, unless we have some major redevelopment in some of our older housing stock, I don't, why are we, I understand they have the plan, but this constant evolving thing that they come up with because they like to move the goalpost a little bit on us.
A little bit, but, there's always going to be redevelopment. But there's less out here, major redevelopment, it's typically a house here and there versus a whole community block that's taken down and replaced by a, high-rise or something like that. That's more typical of
Yeah, I
Minneapolis, St. Paul, White Bear Lake.
was gonna say, a good example of the redevelopment, to me, is Bel Air and County Road E for the city, where there was kind of abandoned gas stations, and they're gonna redevelop, they wanna redevelop those into housing, big multi-unit housing
Right,
projects.
right.
That's the redevelopment, but we're not there.
All right, any other questions to Tom from the board?
Nope.
Then I would look for a motion to open up for public comment.
I'll move to open it up for public comment.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
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 All opposed? Is there anyone here that would wish to speak to the 2040 comp plan? Hearing none. Going once, going twice. I look for a motion to close the public portion.
I'll move to close the public portion of the hearing.
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
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 All opposed? All right, let's see, Tom, you want just a motion to adopt, correct?
Yes, adopt and put into effect.
What's the board's pleasure?
I'll make a motion based on the town engineer and, you're town engineer, you're the town planner.
Yeah.
Same thing? Got a new title. Well, that was the planner that presented it, but if the town engineer wants to be involved too, based on the town engineer's, town planner, staff review and recommendations, adopt the 2040 comprehensive plan for White Bear Township.
I'll second that.
Motion's made and second, all in favor, say aye.
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 All opposed? All right, that motion carries.
And for the clerk to review job titles.
Engineers are paid more, aren't they?
Yeah, I know.
We'll talk.
All right, moving on, item number 8A, we are going to delete until our next board meeting. We have no added agenda items, so that brings us to number 10, open time. I see we have a couple folks in the audience, anybody want to come up, anything?
I just wanted to show up, make sure it's not on.
Hey, what do you mean, a lot goes on at these meetings?
I know, but I can't hear you yet. When are we gonna work on that?
We are, we're getting new equipment here beginning in December.
All right, seeing no one wants to participate in open time, item 11 is, I need a motion to receive agenda materials and supplements.
Oh, before we get that, can we acknowledge where the people can vote tomorrow? Do you remember?
As a former judge, I think that'd be your responsibility.
In the township, tomorrow's election day. We have 4 polling places. You need to go to your polling place where you and your residents are. If you don't know what they are, they could call the office and probably find out which polling place. Polling place number 1 is Otter Lake School. We also have Gem Lake. We have South Trinity Lutheran Church, I believe it is, and Eagle Brook Church. So those that have never voted, you can find out. Any one of the polling sites will tell you if you're in the right place. But you should have received something in the mail telling you where to go. So tomorrow's the day,
7 a.m. to
7 till 8 p.m.
And they're handled by Ramsey County, by the way. not-
Excuse me?
They're handled by Ramsey County and not the
Yes.
township.
Ramsey County.
Yes.
All right, good information.
Oh, one last thing. If anybody's listening that is disabled, you still can vote, you can go to the polling site and vote from your car. They will bring out judges to your car to assist anybody that cannot walk or does not feel comfortable walking into a polling place. With that.
All right, thanks, Steve. All right, so item 11, I need a motion to receive agenda materials and supplements.
I'll move to receive additional materials and supplements.
I'll second that.
Motion's made second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, all opposed. Number 12, I need a motion to adjourn.
I'll move to approve, I'll move to adjourn.
I'll second that.
Motion made second. We are adjourned at 7:19.
You missed the record by 1 minute.
Yeah.
Oh, that's my fault.